Well, everybody, I know it's backwards because it's got the mirrored thing going on, but yeah, land for sale here on my property here in central Ohio, Columbus, Ohio to be exact. It's been up for sale for a while now. We are moving out finally after my family's lived here since 1972. This house here was my grandparents' house. We live in it now. That house right there is we used to live in. It's kind of a piece of crap though. Should just get bulldozed in my opinion. And then that third house down there, it's been here for a long time, since the 30s or 40s. This house here and this house here were moved here on truck, other than this big garage. This was built later. Built in my lifetime. I remember before that was there, but I was really little. So very faint memories of when that wasn't there. My brother and sister were too young for that. Yeah, this is where we lived at forever until my grandmother finally passed away, unfortunately, last year. And then one of her dying wishes is that we got her house when she died, because that is a very nice house, custom built in the mid-50s, or more late 50s, I can't remember, something like that. And yeah, we got to be cutting some grass here later today, but figured to make this announcement that we are selling out, moving out, gonna get out in the country here soon. I know I've mentioned it briefly, but haven't really talked about why exactly. And why is just because this property here is divided into 3 different parcels. There's a parcel down there in that house, parcel here in this house, parcel in that house, and if you guys see the other house over there, you kind of see it, that white house. That's our neighbor's property. It's different. And then out back, there's a 4th lot that's out in the back. So 4 different parcels, and the property tax at the end of the year is like well north of it's like $15,000 a year for this place. So we're moving somewhere else where I can have my own house, and you know, you have a couple houses on the same land and stuff. We just all pitch in for the property tax, and we pay our own bills and homeowners taxes and stuff like that. Have a couple houses on a big plot of land out in the country, one big plot of land, like 12 acres, something like that, and it'd be way cheaper than this. Because one, not outside of Columbus, way out somewhere where it's cheaper, and just being one big parcel, so much easier to just survive, because we're barely keeping our heads above water here, and we're selling it commercially, unfortunately, which sucks, because one of the things I hate more than anything in the world is urban sprawl and seeing kind of like little homesteads like what we got here disappearing. But hey, we get more money that way, and urban sprawl is already taken over this area. When we moved here in 72, when my grandparents moved here, this was the middle of nowhere pretty much back then. Well, actually, where I'm standing right here used to once be an old farmhouse, but we'll get more into, like, I'm going to be doing like a series of a documentary on this property here and the history of it. There was an old brick farmhouse here, still buried in the ground. I'm going to dig up some bricks from it and other artifacts from it before we move. They were thinking of moving into that farmhouse until, like, when in the process of getting ready to, like, buying this property. And the woman who sold it to them moved out. Somebody broke in the house, started a fire, and structurally damaged it. Over where that house is at now, there used to be a massive barn. It was built in like the Civil War, same time as the house these stand here, like Civil War era. And they decided that they were just going to have to tear down the farmhouse and the barn, because the house had gotten messed up, and they didn't have. I mean, it was like repairable, but they didn't have the money for that when they were already, bought this property, moving a bunch of stuff and planning on, either building a house or moving a house. And my grandfather's brother, having a construction company, they were able to actually move this house here for pretty cheap. But it was in the middle of January on icy roads, made the headlines in the newspapers. But we'll get it more into depth of the history, the amazing history of this place here in the future. And then this place was moved here as well. That garage was moved here as well. And that garage was going like 40 miles an hour down Morse Road over there. Pretty crazy. No footage of all that stuff, but there's plenty of photos we're gonna have to show you guys. And we're moving out. I've lived here all my life. My dad's lived here since he was very little, like 4 or 5 years old when they moved here. And I'm just gonna be documenting what every neat little thing around the property here within the next couple of months. I'm going to be just kind of talking about the history of this place and everything about it, and just kind of documenting the move and where we're going after this, how we're going to be doing things, and you know, how we're going to be moving all this stuff, and just, you know, just documenting what we're going to be doing here. So I thought I'd make that announcement. I'm posting this on all 3 of my YouTube channels. I'm going to be probably posting the documentary across all 3 channels as well, unless I decide to just post it on one channel, in which case I'll let you guys on the other channels know where, you know, all the documenting of this whole moving process and talking about the history of this place. I'll tell you guys what channel I'll put that on if I decide I'm just going to put it on one, but I'm probably going to just put it all on all the 3 channels. Just 3 versions of the videos on each channel for the heck of it, so all you guys just get, you know, an even kind of view of what's going on here. And, you know, we have made an absolute legacy here in this property all these years. We've made a name for ourselves here in Columbus, Ohio with the family business. We've made sold awards and apparel for like schools and sporting events since 1965. That was at the old place that was over in kind of more in like the Linden area back in the day, where my grandparents first lived at. Really tiny house with a tiny yard and a neighborhood, and they went from that to this. We started a little homestead here. I don't know if you guys can see out there in the garden, but in the middle back part there, we've got that freshly tilled. We're going to plant something in it here soon. It's kind of a little late for that, but, you know, it's been a milder year, so it's probably a good thing we're starting a little later. And I got like 50 some odd chickens back here at the barn. And it's been kind of like this since we moved here, other than at one point the whole back lot out there was all plowed and just a big field, like an acre of crops. And they were going to get farming subsidies, and I think they did manage to get those for a couple years, but I'm not sure. But yeah, so that gives you a basic overview of kind of like, you know, what's been going on here, what we do, and that we are moving. It's sad. I hate to leave. I really hate to leave my home, but kind of sick and tired of the area, honestly. I'm just going to be blunt about it. I really can't stand Columbus anymore. I got to get out in the country where I can just be more free and, you know, have more space and be away from all the urban sprawl and stuff, because it's gotten out of hand. So with that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy these videos I got coming up, documenting all this, talking about the history of our family here, just our family history in general, for that matter. And I hope you guys, hope you guys enjoy it. It's coming soon. I got a lot of other videos I got to post on all 3 of my channels, just about, except Ohio Railroad Productions, because I've not really been rail fanning much this year at all. I got something I'm gotta work on posting here soon, but yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get back to some rail fanning more often here soon for you guys who've seen that. Very simple video, not editing in any fancy intros, outros, anything else. Just randomly going to post this across all 3 of my channels. If you want to find my other channels, you should be able to find them in my About section. I'll probably paste links to them in the description as well. Yeah. See you guys soon. We're going to have many more of these videos here very soon, showing you guys what's going on. So yeah, thanks for watching.